Working with Jerks by Ron Zemke, a Simon Schuster audio production.
He really showed no concern for anyone else in terms of their feelings, desires, needs. He almost acted as if they didn't exist.
I remember one time walking into his office. I was under a lot of pressure and I had to get information from him. And I sat down and we started talking. He began to pick his nose. Working with him is basically unbearable.
And he looked down at his list and he said, well, I do have a criticism. And I said, yes, what is it? And he said, your window shades were uneven.
I guess it had a lot to do with her genuine lack of enthusiasm for the project and for what I was doing. And she just made the next demand of me without really letting me make any decisions in what was supposedly my project.
She said, well, I really have no idea. I really don't know. Give it your best guess. And the girl said, well, guessing, I'd say about 50%. 50%? What are you, nuts? So after telling her to take a guess, he humiliated her.
I was warned beforehand about him. He was insistent upon showing that he was the one with power. And to me, he was just another jerk.
So you finally admitted it. You work with a jerk. Or maybe more than one jerk. It probably took a while for it to sink in. You told yourself that the problems you were having were just a period of adjustment, and eventually it has to work out on its own. But now, that awful feeling that the problem won't just go away has become a terrible fact. And now that you've faced it, what can you do? Well, facing it is a good first step. Now that you know what you're dealing with, you can get a grip on the situation. First, we'll talk about how you ended up with this jerk to begin with, so maybe you can avoid the situation next time. Then, we'll talk about the major types of jerks, and how you can tell which kind you've got on your hands. Finally, we'll discuss some ways of coping with the problem. Before we get started, let's agree on our terminology. We could candy-coat the idea and pretend we're being scientific by coining some pasteurized psychobabble like interpersonally dysfunctional individuals. But what the hell? Let's call a jerk a jerk. Or let's agree to use jerk instead of the other four-letter words that describe those people who are out to get you. Of course, we're ignoring the possibility of paranoia on your part. And we're ignoring those people who may have a specific legitimate grudge against you. Jerks are those individuals who seem to go out of their way to make your life, everyone's life.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?